Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is, was the mask holding Kawhi Leonard back all along? So that's the topic I want to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, be sure to check out for our premium community we're launching this week, and also be on the lookout for Dreamerspro.com that's coming at the end of this month. So let me get into this topic right here. So all of you guys know that have been on this channel for quite some time now. Y'all know that Kawhi Leonard has been my favorite. He's my favorite basketball player currently since the late and great Kobe Bryant passed away. But Kawhi Leonard was my favorite current active basketball player because he played very similar to Kobe, man. If you're a Kobe fan, I think you can resonate with Kawhi Leonard. If you like Kobe's game, you're going to like Kawhi Leonard's game because it's very, very similar. Not exact, but it's similar. So that's what kind of made me gravitate towards this guy's game. And I like the guy's personality, man. What I like the most about him is that he's being himself, right? He's not being what other people want him to be. He's being himself, and I think in today's day and age, that's a superpower to be able to be yourself. So that's one of the things I like about Kawhi Leonard. However, this season, man, Kawhi Leonard has been off with his productivity. Let's just face it. I mean, normally Kawhi Leonard is a very, very, very efficient scorer. But for this season, for whatever reason, his scoring, his efficiency has been off. Now, if we look at Kawhi Leonard, I'm just going to give you guys a quick snapshot, a macro view of his entire career as far as efficiency. His first season in the league, I'm not going to get into the points. First season in the NBA, he shot 49% from the field. The next season, he shot 49% from the field. The next season, he shot 52% from the field for the season. The next season, he shot 48% from the field. Then again, he shot 50%. Then he shot 48.5%. Then he shot 47%. Then he shot 49.6%. That was in Toronto. For the season, Kawhi Leonard shot 49.6% from the field as a jump shooter primarily. Then for the Clippers last season, he averaged 47% from the field. But this season, thus far, he was shooting very poorly. I mean, and to me, it was something that was quite, befuddling. Now, some people thought that maybe because of the injury that he had in his mouth, the laceration that he had in the bottom of his lip from the elbow that he caught from Serge Ibaka, which is an inadvertent elbow, it wasn't like on purpose, which completely messed up the guy's face, right? He had to now get some stitches, and they put on a face mask on his face, which was one reason he also ended up missing the game. So they put that mask on his face, and ever since then, they were making fun of him, calling him Leatherface and all this different, according to his teammates or whatever. I didn't really think it was funny, but whatever. So they were making fun of the guy, and the moment he started playing after that, he didn't look like himself. One game against the Phoenix Suns, Kawhi Leonard shot 4 of 20 from the floor. 4 of 20. When was the last time you heard Kawhi Leonard shoot like 23% from the field? Because if he shot 5 or 20, it would have been 25% of his shots. So he shot less than 25% from the field. And I was just like, what is going on? This is not the Kawhi Leonard I knew. Historically, he doesn't shoot like this, right? So some people started to speculate, was it his mask? Now, he had said prior that the mask was a little bit uncomfortable for him because he always had to take it on and take it off, and also it kind of affected his breathing a little bit. If you looked at the apparatus on his face and the way it kind of looked on his mouth, you could see that it was a little bit strange to breathe on it because you could see that this part of the mask would kind of fog up a little bit. So probably that was something that he spoke about, and I think the way that they built it in a way where his mouth was meant to be kind of open, so they didn't build it with it shut, so where his mouth is covered. So because he has to breathe through his mouth. So maybe that was kind of affecting him a little bit, and having something on your face can kind of mess you up a little bit. I know when you have a certain routine and you throw something in there, it kind of throws a wrench in what you're doing. So probably that was it. But he wasn't looking like himself, and in some games, he was hurting his team. In critical clutch moments, Kawhi Leonard is very dependable. That's just the guy he is. Like, let's just face it. I mean, he's had 1 or 2 blunders here and there in his career, which no one is impervious of. Like, everyone has had 1 or 2 blunders in their career. But Kawhi Leonard is a very reliable shooter. Let's just face. I mean, the stats, the data proves that he's a very reliable, a reliable player. So last night, going into the game against the Chicago Bulls, he didn't have his mask on. Right? I missed the first quarter of that game. But then when I tuned in, I saw he didn't have his mask on. I was like, huh. Then I looked and I saw that the dude was cooking. But in that third quarter, Kawhi Leonard went bonkers. Like he went He went bonkers, and I was not asking myself. At one point, I posted on the community, on the channel community, and I put, wow, like mask off, or, from the Future song. And just real quick to divert for just one quick second, this is why the community, the premium community we're gonna have, is gonna really help me to be able to communicate with you guys live, because we're gonna be doing some live NBA chatting, right? So I don't have to be posting on the chat. It's look like a mess, but in the community we can kind of interact with each other live while games are happening, and we can chat back and forth. It's something we cannot do on the channel. That's just one of the features that this platform is going to give us, so we can be able to interact on a more intimate level. For obviously for those people who are interested in that. Not everybody's interested in that, but I posted that and I was like, damn, this guy's playing extremely well. And then I looked in that third quarter, Kawhi Leonard had a career 21 points in that third quarter, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And him and oh my goodness, what's the guy's name that he was playing against? Just give me 1 second. He was playing on the Chicago Bulls. His name is Zach LaVine. Yes, Zach LaVine. They were trading 3-pointers. I mean, it was insane. Zach LaVine ended up hitting 10 3-pointers for the game, and Kawhi Leonard hit what? He hit 7 3-pointers for the entire game. So for me, I was just like, this guy is having a standout game. And I started to wonder to myself, could it be that the reason he's playing so well is because of the lack of the mask? And a lot of people thought that. A lot of people in the comment section say, hey, listen, maybe the reason he's playing like this is because of that mask. Let's give him some time and see how he performs when he removes the mask. Now, to me, that kind of seemed a little bit superstitious. But after last night's performance, I don't think anyone is questioning that. And going into that game, his stats weren't so pretty. Now, if I look at Kawhi Leonard's numbers after last night's game, it looks like the Kawhi Leonard I know, right? After last night's game, Kawhi Leonard is now shooting 47.1% from the field, which is what he did. Like, this is the guy I know. Last season, he shot 47% from the field for the season, and that's low for him. He's usually up at 48, 49%. So he's shooting now 47% from the field. He was shooting 30% from the three the game before. Now he's shooting 43. Now, I don't think his three-point shooting is going to remain at 43. I think it's going to go down a little bit to like maybe 38, 37, 38, which is what I expect from Kawhi Leonard. And then he's shooting 85% from the free throw line, which will improve over time. But he's also getting you 2 steals a game, 4.9 rebounds, and 5.7 assists. So what I expect to go up are the rebound numbers and the free throw numbers. I expect those numbers to go up because Kawhi Leonard is usually a 7 rebound per game type of player. So I expect those numbers to go back up. But however, Kawhi Leonard looked like himself again, man. This is the Kawhi I always knew. This is the Kawhi the Clippers signed up for, and this is the Kawhi I expect us to see moving forward. There's no way that somebody this efficient of a scorer all of a sudden forgets how to play basketball and all of a sudden can't shoot anymore. Another thing I noticed about his game last night is that he looked very nimble. I don't know if it's his black jerseys that they wore that made him look a little bit more slim, because they say black, the darker colors usually make you look slim. But I used to wonder the same thing about Kobe. When Kobe was playing with the Lakers, when he was alive, like he used when they wore the purple and gold, the purple jerseys, I was like, isn't me or Kobe looks slimmer? And he looks a lot faster on his feet. I don't know what it is. If you guys go back and look at some Kobe highlights, look at his highlights in his white jerseys versus his darker jerseys, and you will see like Kobe looks like he's like 10 pounds lighter in his darker jersey. But Kawhi Leonard looked very quick. He looked very quick off his feet. He looked very nimble. In some other games, he looked a little bit mechanical. Like, he looked very slow. Like, it was like, I'm like, why is he moving so slow? But last night, he looked very quick. He was getting off his jump shots. He was very decisive. Some games before, he seemed a little bit trepidatious. He was taking his time, kind of surveying the defense. Yesterday, he was coming off of those down screens, pulling up, and he knew what he was going to do. He wasn't like catching, hesitating, dribbling. He just came off those down screens and shot the ball with conviction, and that's what I like. So for me, I think Kawhi Leonard, that mask might have been holding him back, and I think this is the Kawhi Leonard we're going to see moving forward. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you think that the mask was holding him back all along, or do you think it was just superstition and he was due to break out? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro, wishing you guys an amazing day. Catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.